Gum time.
Bubblegum. Those two words probably bring to mind yourself or someone you know trying to blow a bubble, whether it was in the middle of class or out on the ball field. But first off, before we talk about the history of gum in baseball, what even is this substance that people chew for fun? The main component of bubblegum is the gum base, also known as the gum core. This is the part that makes gum chewy. It is created from tree resin generally produced by coniferous trees. It's different than sap, which is produced on all trees. The gum base is poured into a mixture, which is where they add color and flavoring to it. Glucose syrup is then added to sweeten it up. It also helps keep the gum soft and makes it easier to chew. Dextrose is a powdered sweetener that is added to help blend the ingredients. It is then stretched out and rolled into a much more manageable size, which is then sent off to cool and shortly thereafter is wrapped up like what you see at the grocery store. Historically, gum itself has been used worldwide since ancient times to clean the mouth and freshen breath. Some players have liked bubblegum maybe a little too much. Just ask A-Rod, who supposedly ate 36 pieces of bubblegum every single game. For most ball players though, it's a sweet treat that can be beneficial in more ways than one, which we'll discuss later on. But before we do that, let's talk about the history of bubblegum and how it made its way into America's pastime. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Bubblegum's connection to Major League Baseball was established in 1921 when William Wrigley Jr. bought the Cubs in 1921 and officially renamed the stadium from Cubs Park to Wrigley Field in 1927. Chances are you've seen Wrigley chewing products before, such as Double Mint or Juicy Fruit. They come in rectangular containers, and while they are indeed tasty, these are not what ball players typically consume during a baseball game. In 1977, Rob Nelson, an independent league pitcher, saw a bat boy carrying a pouch of chopped licorice. When Nelson found out that it was just licorice posing as tobacco, he got an idea for a new product, as he didn't chew tobacco. With the financial help of former MLB pitcher Jim Bouton, Nelson would invent arguably the greatest bubblegum to ever be created, Big League Chew. Looking to expand the product to baseball stadiums, he proposed the product to none other than Wrigley, and with a little luck, they took a chance on the bubblegum and sold it as a concession item, and the rest is history. I think it's no coincidence that it was around this time in the 1980s when bubblegum became truly popular in big league dugouts. Another thing that's great about Big League Chew is that there are several flavors you can choose from, like Outta Original or my favorite, Ground Ball Grape. The intention of the packaging is to resemble tobacco, to appeal to ball players who chew tobacco and were drawn to something that closely resembles it. There has been some controversy surrounding promoting this to younger children, but I'm going to be honest, that flew over my head until I was in high school. While Big League Chew is great and all, that isn't always the go-to option for ball players. Hubba Bubba and Dubble Bubble are two of the more popular brands you'll see big league players chew. With that being said, let's go over the 5 reasons why ball players love bubblegum. The first reason comes from superstition. Some habits and rituals that players do before game, during game, or after the game are believed to have an effect psychologically on whether they do well or not. For example, Aaron Judge has a superstition that he needs to chew 2 fresh pieces of Dubble Bubble sugar-free gum before his first at bat of the game. If he gets a hit, he keeps using it. If not, he gets a new piece. Who knows? Maybe if some guys start doing that, they too can hit 62 dingers in a season.
Use Rusty's, and you too can look like me. Ka-chow!
Like we talked about in the history of sunflower seeds in baseball video, which you should definitely check out after watching this video, bubblegum can be used as a tobacco substitute. Currently, tobacco is illegal at 16 out of 30 MLB ballparks. This law motivated some to quit, and some have turned to bubblegum as an alternative. The third reason is also related to the reason players eat sunflower seeds, and that's for the health benefits associated with chewing gum. It has been associated with higher alertness and can help with accomplishing a task. Along with that, it reduces stress. In baseball, that can be crucial, as there is a lot of focus required at all times. Whether it's as a batter hitting against a pitcher throwing 4 different pitches with nasty movement, or a fielder tracking a fly ball out in the outfield, it's definitely helpful to have concentration. The first player that jumps into my mind as an Orioles fan is Adam Jones. He was oftentimes seen chewing gum while making a play and while he was in the batter's box. The fourth reason is also similar to that of sunflower seeds in that it removes the taste of dirt and it prevents your mouth from getting dry, especially on those hot and sunny days where you don't have access to water when you're in the middle of an inning fielding your position. The fifth and final reason is the most simple, yet it's the most important thing of all: to blow bubbles.
Wow.
Like we said earlier, Adam Jones was always seen blowing bubbles during his playing days, but so do many other players. Plus, there's so much fun to be had with funny practical jokes, especially the gum on the hat trick, and it oftentimes goes for innings without the player noticing. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on today's video. Make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.